All right, so welcome to everybody in the internet world. We've got a crowd here at South Coast. Woo, woo, woo. And just some housekeeping tips. I think everybody's figured it out at this point, but pizza by the slice, Dave Williams in the other rooms taking money for that. You can take cash or card. We thank so much for Southside Garage for opening up on a Monday when they're typically closed. So appreciate that. Make sure to close out those tabs generously. Looks like they're adding on in the back, spending some dollars here. So appreciate them having us over tonight. Let's go through some trail reports quickly. Who's been out? I know they were riding, the folks riding today. It seemed like it was, just other than just being 95% humidity, pretty good conditions, generally speaking. Anybody else riding over the weekend? I know we opened up the drop-in this weekend. Rave reviews over there. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Anybody else been traveling to destinations far and wide, maybe someplace a little bit less humid? Roanoke. How's Roanoke? Rocky and fast. That sounds fairly appropriate. I know, Wes, you've got a trip coming up, right? A little overseas jaunt to Czech Republic. So that is always a good trip. If at any point you get a chance to go take a tour with Czech Mountain Bike Holidays, Jan and his crew over there are phenomenal. And I've been on a trip with them twice. Wes has been out there twice on two different occasions. This is your third trip, actually. No, second trip. Third trip. So, says something for a guide service when you can get somebody across the pond 3 times. I know that Alex Clark, I didn't see him here this evening, but he has been getting a ton of emails with folks out on the trails since this last weekend's storms. It's going to continue to be that way. I know that you guys at V Hollow have been struggling from storm damage, but any of those trees that come down, you guys know the rules. Send us an email at trails@ambcknox.org, and we'll get them into the database. Send a pen and a photo. Those 2 things are super handy. I know Alex personally got about 6 trees out just Sunday afternoon, and we certainly appreciate all the sawyers out there. And also really a shout out to the folks who have been doing a bunch of brush clearing. And I know that we've got sort of an incentive for those who volunteer to brush clear or chainsawing. After you're finished up with your task, head on over to Trailhead. We've got an open tab for the folks that are working on trails for us, and pick up a 6-pack to go, or saddle up to the bar and have one with Joe. So more information on that. If you want to plug in to volunteer, just send an email to Alex at trails@ambcknox.org. Yes. Brian's got an announcement. Okay, so Brian's saying that one of the trees near Creek Loop got cleared by the Forest School folks, and there's another one on Transformer or on Creek Loop. So it's a big one. Okay. Well, we may call in some of our professional help. Luckily, the club certainly has some friends that know more about sawing trees, especially the tricky situations. We do a sawing class typically twice a year. So one will be coming up in the fall. We do a running list. If you want to sign up to become a trained sawyer with AMBC, yet again, email trails@ambcknox.org. So that's what's going on trail-wise. Dave Stanley, could you tell me what's happening with the weather?
Sure, I would love to.
What's happening?
Well, the good news is it's cooled off. The bad news is it's wetter than its mother's pockets. So it's going to be wet all week. Be respectful out there. Ride Loyston, ride Sharps Ridge, ride the Huron Get Down. These are all good wet weather destinations. And try to enjoy slightly cooler weather this week. It's better than it being 105 degrees.
Thank you. So I think the moral of that story is surf and turf, which is go to Loyston and get in the water. Or go to Norris. That's typically a winter location, but it's got great soils. He mentioned year-round get down. That's essentially been extended with 4 new trails that opened last weekend at the drop-in. So those are all-weather trails. And so, you can certainly take the Redbud Crest connector out of Baker Creek, hit all of that stuff over there. Just be mindful, even though they're all-weather, doesn't mean you've got incredible grip. They can, just use your brain around here. Let's see here. I've done the Trail 6-packs for the volunteers. So speaking of the drop-in that we just mentioned, those who didn't make it out Saturday for the opening missed an awesome time out there. Incredible food, great community spirit out there. We opened up 4 new trails. All of those trails are on Trail Forks right now, and they're also on the new printed urban wilderness map. And if I was a good director, I'd have some for you. But Trail Forks is more sustainable, so pull it up on your phone. And you can also stop by REI to grab a paper map. But thrilled to have 45 and 45 behind us. That campaign was, as you guys know, to raise $45,000 in 45 days. And thanks to y'all, we did it. So everybody pat on the back. The reason that this sweet Santa Cruz jackal frame is here is because part of the funds for the drop-in 45 and 45 campaign came from Santa Cruz. So out of I'm going to call it an international pool, Santa Cruz chose this project to award $10,000 towards it. So great to have that support, and that comes from a couple of different things. Number one, having a good community. Number two, having an incredible shop in town that's been repping Santa Cruz for the last 21 years. So that's the reason we got hooked up with Santa Cruz. Lewis is now out of blueberries. Lewis, you've been doing fantastic. For those that don't know, I'm a single father this week, and Ellen's out riding bikes without us. But now we're on to applesauce, so we're good. But so this frame here, we promised this frame, which is the color is kind of debatable. It says on the side it is medium bacon. I think it might be bologna, or Dave thinks it's hot dog. But nonetheless, a great dirt jumper frame that is going to one of the donors that donated to 45 and 45. And luckily, he's here tonight because I gave him a call earlier today to say, hey, if you can make it over, come on over. We share a name, but he goes by a different name, which is Ted. So Matthew Tedford? Tedford, come on up. Thank you for donating to the 45 and 45 campaign. You are a lucky sir, and I would suggest heading over to Harper's and get that thing built up, and then using it on one of these morning or evenings at Baker Creek, because the daytimes are a little toasty. So, but yeah, this is your frame, your box. Lewis may arm wrestle you for the box, but there are some parts in there for you. So
thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Glad to have that as part of the incentive. It's up for grabs, evidently. He's not taking it. So let's see here. Ways that or happenings this month that you guys should definitely tune into. Madeline, who's not here this evening, is going to be hosting the last joyride at the South Loop coming up on, I've got July 31st, and I do believe that to be accurate. Yeah, this Sunday is the ride. So out of Meads Quarry, and so the goal was to essentially wrap up all of the summer sessions that have been doing sections of the South Loop with a full loop this weekend. So there's a sign up for that. I'll post that in the comments, or you can hop on our website and grab that. Another thing that's based out of Meads Quarry, August 2nd, Big Fun Tuesdays. Come join us for rides, social rides out of the quarry. Arms will have music and food. We have struck out the last couple of Big Fun Tuesdays with bad weather, but maybe we'll catch a break this time. I really hope so. So, and in exciting new news, we are building trail right now Is Val Naylor here or not? Val's not here. So Val Naylor, for those of you guys who haven't met her before, she's an incredible builder based out of Brevard, Pisgah Forest. She's built a number of the trails that you love, including Redbud Crest. Let's think here. She built over at Sharps. She built on Far East? Yeah. AEIOU is Val? Val. Did you guys get that? Oh, shucks, that's a good one. You just got it. So nonetheless, I'm guessing that Val is still on the machine as we speak, just because that's how Val works. And we're lucky enough, Kevin Zirkle, our super volunteer that usually builds with us pro bono, he's back out west right now, but you know what? He's the gift that keeps giving. Val is staying at his house while he's not here, so we're keeping the build rate low as normal, and so she's out there working. And where's Warren? Gooch, where you at, bud? Oh, there he is, right there. So Gooch has been out working with Val just this last couple weeks. That doesn't mean he hasn't been working on other things, because it doesn't seem like there's a day when he's not out working unless he's at work full time. So Gooch can, if you hook up with him after the meeting, you can see what he's learned over the last week and a half, because he's learning to run one of our excavators over there. So he's getting some seat time. We've got 2 machines over there, and he's working in unison with Val on a machine. And so buy that man a beer, and also see what you can do to glean some lessons on the excavator from him. So those 2 are working on a new intermediate trail that's going to, just making sure Lewis is still here. He's here. So it's going to be an intermediate trail that goes from close to the parking lot over to the bridge. And so we've got a couple of different trails that we're going to be building over there this year. And Val is the first stage of that. We're going to have Dave and Gooch work on another trail that connects, actually 2 trails that are going to connect into the parking lot over there to make the entrance from the trailhead a little bit more understandable. And then Randy Connor's going to be building a trail over there this year as well. He's looking at sort of late summer, early fall for that build. You're stuck in that bag, aren't you? Yeah. Next up, I need everybody to pull out their phone and put August the 4th in their phone. That is at 4 p.m. We're going to be celebrating all the new work at Hasty from the Proud Landowner campaign. That's 4 new trails over there, and 1 new parking lot and a second much improved parking lot. If you guys haven't been to William Hasty, the parking lot is phenomenal now. And we're going to celebrate with the mayor and Tommy Smith, our city council person. And it's going to be a good time over there. That is August 4th at 4 p.m. So not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Come on out and bring a bike. Lastly, this evening, we've got some new merch that I wanted to warn you guys about in case you wanted to pick some up tonight, or if you wanted to run to REI next week and get it. So this is a new and improved Baker Creek foam hat. We had our early run of it. We just weren't happy with it. So we've got a new version of it. And then secondly, we had a couple of appreciation packs made last year, which is the Decine Builder Pack. This pack is an incredible tool, believe it or not. It'll hold a bucket full of gravel. It will hold a chainsaw with all the necessary supplies. We made up a few of those for the crew, but we found that some folks were asking for ones that weren't necessarily the crew version. So we've got Decine Builder Packs that are branded and available in town now. So usually that's something you got to order online and get shipped in. But those are going to be available here and also at REI next week. So with that, what else is going on? Anybody else have anything they need to chat about? Anybody? Crickets. I can literally hear crickets. Whoa. Okay. Rapid Expeditions has the Hartford gravel race coming up August the 7th, which is like in 2 weeks. Okay, so they've got a couple of volunteer positions available. Also, if you're looking to race, they've got 2 different links on that race. RapidExpeditions.com, I believe, is their web address. We'll also post that up in the link after, or in the Facebook links afterwards. So, with that, I think we're done for the month. Enjoy the pizza. Settle up with Dave if you haven't already. And the bartender, of course. Lyle, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, say hi, Granddaddy.
Lyle's going to say hello to Granddaddy.
Hi, Granddad. Oh.
Get it, Lyle. Go.
Hi, Granddaddy.
All right, and with that, we are finished for the month. We will see you next month, August 22nd. Have a great evening, folks.
Out there virtually watching you.